The notion that people need permission from the government, from banks, from corporations in order to transact, it sounds a little elusive for your everyday business guy, business gal. What do you mean when you say we need permission? Is that like we've got to pay the tax man? Is that like we've got to get cash from the bank? What does it mean to say we need permission as opposed to this permissionless currency?
Yeah, it's pretty much anything you can think of. So if you want, and maybe I'm old enough to really remember the pain points in the early days of e-commerce. So when I got started selling firecrackers and then also computer parts as well, there was no PayPal. It was really, there was no Stripe or Square or any of these things. It was almost impossible for a small entrepreneur to start accepting credit cards directly. The way everybody was doing e-commerce in the mid to late 90s there is they would go to their local post office and buy a postal money order, which is like, maybe people today don't even know what money orders are, but it was kind of like a check from the post office so that you knew the check would be good. And then people would physically mail the money order in the United States mail with a stamp in an envelope to the address of the seller from eBay. And then the seller would have to wait for the mailman to show up in the mail, several days later with the postal money order, then open all the envelopes, and here's the money order, then match it up with the order online, and then physically ship the goods to the person that had then sent the money order. And the money orders could sometimes get lost in the mail. People would make fake money orders. It was just a really clunky way of doing business and really slowed down, everything for the mail to go back and forth. And then I can't remember which was first, but there were two companies out there. One everybody knows of today called PayPal came along, and PayPal was just like a miracle. You could say, send and receive money to a person's email address, and then PayPal was paying you. First they were paying $10 and then later $5 for every person you signed up. And so I became, a really big promoter of PayPal and earned thousands of dollars promoting people to sign up for PayPal. But around the same time, there was another company called eGold.com, which was incredibly fascinating to me as well. And I think there was definitely a warmer place in my heart towards eGold than there was to even PayPal. And the way eGold worked is instead of using dollars for your payments, you would use gold for your payments. But this company, eGold, would physically hold all the gold in their vaults, and you would just tell them electronically transfer the ownership of the gold. And so if I wanted to buy something from you, I'd say, okay, transfer $100 worth of gold at the current spot price of gold from my eGold account into your eGold account. And they would do that. And it was really, really a fun, useful way of doing e-commerce on the internet. But you weren't stuck to the US dollar. Like, we don't know for sure that these cryptocurrencies are going to go up year after year, but we know for sure the value of the dollar is going to go down year after year. And so it was a really nice, fantastic way to be able to start using gold as money without having to physically carry around clunky gold in your pocket or that sort of thing. You could just transfer the ownership of the gold digitally around the world. And I had customers that were buying I don't think I had anybody ever buy any firecrackers from me with eGold, but they absolutely bought these computer parts from me using eGold. And it was really starting to catch on. They were, surpassing, multiple millions of users, I believe, on eGold. It was really starting to get some traction. And then the US government came in and physically seized all the gold from the company because some of the users of this company had been using it for, bad stuff, whether it was drugs or child porn or something that the government really didn't like. And so rather than just arresting the people that were doing the illegal things with the eGold, they closed down the entire company. They seized all of my eGold and every single other customer of the company's actual gold out of the vaults. And then I just thought to myself, that really sucks, but what could I have done differently about that? There wasn't really anything. And the problem is you had this centralized company running the entire thing. And then I realized that the same could happen to PayPal at any day. If the government didn't like how PayPal was operating, they could shut down the entire system. And, I think I have $10,000 in my PayPal account. No, I don't. The entire company's been raided and seized and all my money's gone. And then I thought, wait a minute. The same is true with my Bank of America account or my E-Trade account or Charles Schwab account or any account I have with anybody anywhere. And maybe the only thing that's only partially safe would be like, cash under your mattress. But then you're at risk of, other robbers coming in the middle of the night and taking, money. Or if the house burns down, what are you going to do there, right? Or if you have money in a safe. And so it wasn't until the invention of cryptocurrencies, suddenly I realized that people can actually transact with the money themselves, but they don't have to depend on PayPal or Bank of America or even, have to worry about it being in the safety deposit box or under the mattress, because you can have backup copies of the cryptocurrency as well, which you can't do with normal piece of paper or things like that. And so this was the first time in all of human history since the dawn of civilization. Now suddenly, for the first time ever, humans have the ability to send and receive money with other human beings anywhere on the planet, and you don't have to trust any company or anybody out there with anything. And that had never ever existed before in all of humankind. So this was literally a revolution in the ability that people have to transact with each other, and it was a really, really, really big deal. And I literally lost an entire week's worth of sleep. I was so excited about this when it first happened. I won't tell the full story, but you can buy a book called Digital Gold and read the detailed story. But I literally got so excited over Bitcoin when I heard about it that I had to be hospitalized from exhaustion and lack of sleep, because I stayed up all night reading it for a week straight, and literally didn't leave my house for a week reading about it, because this was amazing, fundamental revolution.
Thank you for joining this episode of The CEO Show. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss upcoming episodes, where I will do my level best to help you unlock greater success and freedom. And share this video. You and everything you do makes a difference.